Okay, now for the lower body, let's start nice and tall, and we're slowly going to roll ourselves down, and we're just going to hang here for a moment, and we can add a little bit of a rocking motion in from side to side. You can take your elbows in your hands if you like to give yourself a little bit more weight. Relax the body, just loosening up that lower back a little bit. Nice. Okay, let's come into a halfway lift. So hands are going to be on their shins, and we're going to straighten that back and straighten the legs, feeling a bit of a stretch in the hamstrings and the glutes. That's it. Nice flat back. Good. And let's make this a bit more dynamic. So we're reaching down and then up again a little bit. Just adding a little bit of movement in there. That's it. Nice. Okay, we're going to take the legs wider now, and we're going to do the same kind of thing. So legs a little bit wider, but we're going to be sort of bouncing, reaching the floor. Let's go in front of us and then back, front, back, front, back, and let's swing side to side as well. Good, nice. That lower back should be feeling a little bit warmer now. Let's come onto your hands and knees. If you haven't already done some cat-cows, let's do those just to warm up a little bit. Just a few. If you have, then let's go for some hip calves. So we're going to bring one knee up towards the chest, bring the knee out, and draw a nice big circle with the knee. That's it. So we're opening those hips, keeping a nice flat back. Good. Let's go back in the other direction. If you have got a bit more time to spend on this, please do. 10 repetitions both in each direction would be great. Lovely. Now let's switch sides. I'm going to have to move over a little bit. I'm going to take it. So other knee up to the front, out to the side, and round. Really drawing that nice big circle. Try and keep the lower back straight so the movement is coming from the hips. And we're going to go back the other way. Nice, good. Okay, relax. Let's take the knees wider now. So from this angle you can see that my knees are quite wide and my toes are pointing out. That's it, yeah. I'm going to turn back round this way so you can see better in there. So nice wide knees. Toes pointing out. Let's come back down onto the forearms, and let's rock a little bit back and forth. This is a frog stretch. If you feel a position that feels particularly good, stay there a little bit longer. Get that stretch, and then get a bit more movement in there. Nice. If you're not feeling it, take those knees even wider. Good. All right, let's come back up now. Good. Okay, we're going to come into a half kneeling, bring one foot forwards, and we're going to keep that tailbone tucked under as we push the hips towards the ground, but keeping that back nice and flat. So we're not arching like this, we're keeping a nice flat back. Good. And we can rock around a little bit here. Again. So try and keep that nice flat back. Feel the stretch as you come back and forwards again. Nice. You can see you can round the back as well, but it's going to change the stretch slightly, so you can experiment a little bit with both. If you bring that toe up, it's going to feel a little bit different to just pushing the hips back. So try a little bit of both. Nice. And while you're here, let's place the hands on the ground and just practice moving that hip in and out a little bit. Good. Okay, back up to kneeling, and let's switch legs. Keeping that tailbone tucked, back nice and flat, pushing the hips towards the ground and body slightly forward. Feel the stretch, and let's introduce a bit of movement. Keeping that back nice and flat. Experimenting with different movements. You can round that back then for a couple of times. Feel the lower body Really starting to warm up. Nice. Okay, let's place the hands on the ground on the inside and practice moving that hip in and out again. Good. All right, lovely. Now let's come to sit on your bum. Just one more for the hip mobility. We're going to have the legs quite wide. This isn't a very good angle. And we're going to let the knees fall to one side. Now we want most of our joints to be at sort of a right angle. So you've got a right angle at the knee, right angle at the hip, and a right angle there. Good. Feel the stretch, and then we're going to move over to the other side. Try and keep it one fluid motion. And let's keep it going. Now you're trying to keep both butt cheeks on the floor. So the movement is from the hip only. And trying to get those knees as close to the ground as possible. That's it. Try and keep those butt cheeks. Good. So if they don't go all the way, that's fine. Lovely. Nice. And now one final little bit of the warm up. Obviously, if you're doing deadlifts, then you're going to keep the weight low at first, just for 1 or 2 sets, just till you're feeling warm, or work your way up. Same with the squatting, but we can always do with just some nice body weight squats, coming down, feeling the tension build, and then back up. So from the side, let's stay that way. Coming down, feel the glutes working. This is really great for building that mind-muscle connection. Good. Nice. And then let's come down into a deep squat this time. So you're going to come all the way and see if you can get even lower. That's it. Nice, if you can, but you want those heels to remain on the ground at all times. That's it. You can put your hands there to help you. That's it. Nice. Coming back up. Good. Nice. And that'll do.